I'm Peter Christou. I'm the founder of the company Swirltex, and this is my story. Swirltex uses tubular membranes to provide water reuse options and industrial wastewater treatment. The idea for Swirltex came when I was doing a lot of consulting for oil-water separation, and the doctrine at the time was to create a membrane that would reject the oil. It never really worked. It all started just doing experiments with my kids of trying membranes with different flow patterns and seeing what the difference was. Noticed that it really made a difference in the overall performance. After applying for the patent, we had an opportunity to test the technology out in Antarctica. As soon as we came back from Antarctica, the media attention was a bit overwhelming, where not only were we on local news, but international news for kind of what we did, from the power of the garage to implementing the technology and a marquee aspect like that. It kind of made me commit to doing something with the technology at that point, until we had an opportunity with Alberta Innovates to build our first pilot. But it wasn't hard at the very beginning to find an investor. One of the companies that I was doing consulting with, saw the media attention that we were getting, and then signed up pretty quickly. I thought, man, this was easy. I was giving myself fist bumps in the mirror, thinking, man, I made it already. Things are going along quite nicely, and I didn't know how fast everything could fall apart soon after that. I thought everything was good. We have our investors in place. We have the down payment on the investment. All our lawyers are involved. I thought I was doing everything right. I was shocked from going from, the comfortable Starbucks guy to how am I feeding myself now, and how am I paying for everything around me. I never thought that I would have issues or need help. But it was pretty clear pretty quickly that things weren't going to get better quickly. Having troubles feeding myself. My kids were coming over for the weekend. I had 12 bucks in my pocket to get milk and cereal. I went to the grocery store and got my milk and cereal, and put some extra food in my pants, and I never thought I would be stealing food. That's the last part I ever thought, where I'd be in my life 35 years old stealing food. And I was caught right away as soon as I got out of the store. And everybody was chasing me, and I just ran all the way back to my apartment. Just got into my apartment, started crying. I just don't remember stopping. I think that's where I broke at the very beginning, for sure. I moved into a much cheaper suite, and it was horrible. The living conditions were so bad. There was just cockroaches everywhere. I had to put little tins of water and put like heavy drips of Vaseline around the legs of the cot, because the cockroaches would come up into the bed. My living conditions were so bad. My kids didn't want to stay with me anymore. There's definitely a lot of self-hatred for past decisions made around where my priorities were back then. Mom was sending me food through her church, and helping out financially to get through was I wouldn't have been able to do without her. This point was the lowest point in my life. Just crying all the time. When you go that far down the rabbit hole, it's hard to come out. It was driving me crazy that what I did to my life, but at the same time, like I just couldn't give it up. My lawyer and their lawyer, we see that their lawyer has been wanting to sort this out and push through the paperwork months and months and months ago, and Reading the email and realizing that was a bit overwhelming. It was a lot to take in that all this could have been sorted out a lot sooner. Well, now that we got everything sorted out with the lawyers, now we still needed an investment for the Alberta Innovates grant. We applied for this one incubator called the Creative Destruction Labs. It was probably the most pivotal and life-changing program that the company did for sure. Being able to raise well over $1 million fairly quickly and move forward with the pilot. That CDL program was instrumental to getting us where we needed to be and giving us the money, but the coaching, the mentoring, everything that we got with it. Our first real big break was when we got a pilot at a produced water site. Potential from it was huge. And we were ready to do our Series A raise when COVID happened. We're cutting back, we're trying to raise money. It was trying times. COVID affected everything for our business for sure. And I moved into the crawl space above it where, I'm living out of boxes on a cot again. Our pilot was successful and we had an opportunity to build a treatment plant that was 3,000 cubic meters. We literally had to reinvent what we were doing with the membranes. We had to reconfigure everything that we did before. And that was the most impactful thing that we had, where we had to change from vertical to horizontal. And the moment where we know we had a commercialized product, that was an exciting moment where it's like, okay, we got it, right? This is what we're doing. I mean, we still have to raise money. We're in a better position now, but it was like treading water for years. And things were coming down to the last minute, and we were able to raise, $1.6 million to, finish off the projects that we had and stabilize the company and really get prepared for the Series A. Like, it was coming down to the wire. It was a little bit like a bit of a Christmas miracle in June. It's hard when you're in that fight or flight mindset for so long. You don't really know the difference. It's kind of like holding your breath underwater and then coming up and breathing. And now, with everything that I've been through, things have changed so much where it's more of being able to justify it all. I save all the news clippings of every time that we recycled water or helped an industry with their environmental problems or helped a community recycle their lagoon. I hope one day I can sit down with my girls and show them what all that sacrifice was for. And I hope someday they can be proud of it. This has been a quarter of my life almost that I've put into this. It's crazy. I'm not the same person that I was when I first started this. Not even close. You have to believe in something or have some intimate knowledge about what's kind of going on to make those sort of sacrifices and be that crazy for it. And I'm really looking forward to showing everybody exactly what that technology can do and why I made all those sacrifices. I don't have regrets. I'm glad that I've made the decisions to do what I've done, even though it hasn't been a pleasant moment in my life. A lot of times I'm committed to seeing this through, and I'm grateful for the things that I've experienced so far. I see Swirltex continuing to grow and being a dominant technology in the membrane industry in 15 years. Seeing where we are now on the cusp of what we're doing, and seeing the difference that we're making in the industry, it's definitely something to be proud of, not just the impact now, but in the future as well.